Good afternoon and welcome to the Utilita Stadium here at Hearns Lane, Welwyn Garden City for our 90 minutes live action on this particular Saturday. Hope you find you well and ready for some top-notch non-league football in Southern League Division 1 Central. Welwyn Garden City against Kempston Rovers is our choice of match this afternoon. And as always, of course, we'll be keeping you in touch with the rest of our East Hearts teams on our Twitter feed. So do have a look at that for the fortunes of Ware and Hertford Town at this level, and teams in the Essex Senior League as well. Teams out on the pitch, and just before the kick-off we can have a presentation for Citizens Player of the Month for September. Ray Vivash, the chairman here, is going to be presenting that award to the skipper Jesse Walklin, who well deserved without a shadow of a doubt. So that presentation is going to be made, which gives me ample time to give you the two team lineups. As far as Welwyn Garden City are concerned, well, we all know about the departure of Eusebio da Silva, who's now at FC Romania. So that forced at least one change to the side that won 4-1 Haywards Heath in the FA Trophy this time last week. Those two changes, in comes Jack Vasey, and back from injury comes Jay Rolfe into a Welwyn Garden City side that will line up with Charlie Crowley in goal. Back four, Carl Mensah out right back, Johnny Sexton at left back, two centre backs, Lee Close and Jay Rolfe, two holding midfield players, Jesse Walklin and Thomas Apuku, and then the two wide players, Patrick Tishkala and Robbie Buchanan, in support of Patrick Akwasi and Jack Vasey up front. Subs on the bench for the Citizens this afternoon. Jordan Ganoshi scored those couple of goals last week, of course, in the FA Trophy. Charlie Payne, Miguel de Matos, Gregor Dina and Ryan Doherty. As far as Kempston Rovers concerned, they'll have Peter Denton in goal. They've in fact got an unchanged lineup from their team from last week that went out of the FA Trophy to Ilkeston Town. Peter Denton in goal, Ricardo Green, Harry Stratton, Alfie Bowles, Stephen Bailey, Erin Amu, Ben Baker, Robbie Goodman, Jordan Slammer, Lauren Arju Ladipo and Alvin Magagada. So that's the lineup for our visitors. On the bench for them, Oya Midi Akambobola, Amul Dai, Siddiq Acher, Chief Boateng and Benny Boateng. So that's the two lineups. Kempston Rovers in fluorescent green. You're certainly not going to miss them in very lime green shirts, dark green shorts. Welwyn Garden City, of course, all in claret. Kempston about to get us underway, kicking from left to right here, and away we go. So long ball forward, looking for Slammer, who tries on this near side to release Ben Baker, the right fullback, but Welwyn Garden City will sort that out, and Lee Close, wearing number 5 this afternoon, will take the throne on this near side. Got a couple of goals already this season. Down the line, Tishkala goes up, can't reach it. Jay Rolfe involved in action, and there's Walklin who finds Robbie Buchanan. Buchanan's ball for Akwasi. Akwasi's been given that number 9 shirt. No, Elliot Bailey this afternoon. This long kick forward by Charlie Crowley. Buchanan can't get it, but Welwyn Garden City will sort it out, and Tishkala will get it on this near side forward for Akwasi. Ball rather held up on the turf. A little bit heavy going out there by the look of it, as Jay Rolfe finds Lee Close. Close on his near side for Tishkala. First touch, none too certain. Gives it away to Baker. It's Goodman for Kempston Rovers, and in the end Ricardo Green can't make any progress down this right touchline, so Tishkala will find Walklin midway inside his own half. As far as the fortunes of the two teams, Welwyn Garden City a good run. They've won their last 4. They're in 5th place in the table, but they've got games in hand on everybody above them. Whereas Kempston Rovers at the moment at the other end, they're 18th, having only won 1 league game so far against Wantage Town. Here's Baker for the visitors. There's Goodman's ball forward on that far side. Baker again. Baker under challenge from Jay Rolfes, going backwards, in fact goes right back into his own half to the left back Harry Stratton. Stratton's cross-field ball just helped on towards the area, and Mensah got there ahead of Magagadada, and in the end he put the ball off the Kempston player and out for a throw-in on that far side of the field. Wellington City, you've got AFC Dunstable coming here on Tuesday night. The big night football league starts area and surrounds Tuesday night. All three teams at Step 4 level at home. Hartford at home and Ware at home. We'll be at Wadson Park with live commentary of the local derby between Ware and Harlow on Tuesday evening. As Wellington City will have AFC Dunstable here. And Kempston, they've got a home game as well against Kidlington. So Carl Mensah will take the throw. Mensah's throw lands on the halfway line, but straight on Stratton's head. Hoofed forward by Lee Close, but Kempston sorted that out. A little bit of aerial ball, which doesn't suit Robbie Buchanan on that far side. But Tishkala will get the ball now. Moves to his right-hand side. Tricky feet from the number 11. Tishkala still going. Picks up Petri Kwasi on this left-hand side. Kwasi's cross comes over, but Jack Vasey was coming in. Couldn't control it in the end. Bounced off Basey's shin and went behind for a goal kick to the visitors. Lights already on day which it's a typical October day, really, isn't it? Clocks go back tonight. It's leaden above. There's been a fair amount of drizzle. It's going to make it a slippy top surface, but one good point about it all is the temperature is pretty good for this time of year. Not good that time by Peter Denton, who just thumped the ball out midway inside his own half. So Wellington City get it back with Johnny Sexton. Sexton's ball, looking for Tishkala. It's Thomas Apuku. Apuku showing that good strength again. Might tee up the shot here. He does! Oh, and just wide. Well worth a try. Thomas Apuku showing that strength in midfield. Pulling the trigger with the right boot. Denton was fairly confident, was going past the post, but first attempt on goal here, coming in the 4th minute. So Puku's adapted so well from coming from Essex Senior League level. Was playing a goals for St Margaret's-Bury there. But very much one of the first names on the team sheet here is Robbie Buchanan. Buchanan gets it back off Vasey, but in the end it's once again Kempston getting in the way with Stephen Bailey. Bailey's long ball forward as Charlie Crowley coming out to midway inside his own half and finds a Puku inside the centre circle. He chips it forward, looking for Tishkala's run on the left-hand side, but Ricardo Green will get there first. Denton's kick again is none too sure, straight for Johnny Sexton. Far side is Robbie Buchanan, and saved by the goalkeeper's legs. Well, Denton kept his team in it there. Great ball across by Johnny Sexton, good vision, and Robbie Buchanan hit it on the volley, and Denton saved with his legs. Wellington City got a throw. Mensah will take it over a Kwasi, and in the end this time it is Denton who can collect it. So a decent start by the home side here without the manager. Usually we can hear him from here, can't we? But won't be hearing Nicky Ironton this afternoon because he's not here. Ricky Grace is in charge of the team in the technical area, helped on by Jack Vasey, and Tishkala will pick it up on the halfway line. Buchanan's in acres of space on the right hand side. That's who he finds. Buchanan brings it down well. Buchanan's in the area here, fires in the shot. Goalkeeper stops it with his legs, but it's turned in to the back of the net by Jack Vasey. Early pressure pays off. Citizens in front with only 6 minutes on the clock. Lovely ball, and Buchanan doing the business on the far side. Fired it in. The goalkeeper could only push it over his legs. And there was a poacher's goal for Jack Vasey. It's the first of the season. And it's Wellington City 1, Kempston Rovers 0. So just the start that the home team wanted. Jack Vasey giving them the lead with just 6 minutes gone. And also when you consider as our home team, I know that Jay Rolfe is back after injury, but the likes of George Ironton and Dave Keeley's side, who would certainly be in anybody's side in this division, are both still missing with injury. Citizens on a 4-game winning streak, and hoping very much that they will continue. Started in the right vein is Tishkala. Tries to bring in a dangerous Buchanan, who's come in field. Buchanan's ball forward, Tishkala with the back heel, but in the end it wasn't going anywhere dangerous, and Kempston will clear on this near side of the field. Ball goes out for a throw-in. Notable game, I think, in this division this afternoon. Barton against Corby, second against fourth. As Aylesbury United, the leaders, are away at Biggleswade. As on this near side, saw that Sam Oyen, who was at Hertford, signed for Biggleswade in the week. He might well be making his debut today against Aylesbury United. Long kick forward, Crowley's not come, and in the end Sexton has to thump it behind for a corner. Baker was in there sniffing, and Charlie Crowley none too certain. And the first sign of anything in attack from the visitors, but they've got themselves a corner here. Corner to be taken on this near side of the field. Stephen Bailey coming up from the back. And it's going to be Baker who's going to take the corner to the far post, headed up in the air by Jay Rolfe, and even further up in the air by Sean Close, and then cleared by Jack Vasey's head. Ball pushed down that left-hand touchline, looking for Alfie Powell, but linesman's flag goes up on this right-hand side, and so it's going to be a free kick to Welwyn Garden City. Very good afternoon, you've just joined us. 90 minutes live here following East Herts and surrounding area football, as we are on a Tuesday and a Saturday when there's a game to be at. And this afternoon we are at the Utilita watching Welwyn Garden City against Kempston Rovers. And also, of course, you like your local sport, then don't miss the 90 Minutes weekly show. It's available where you're listening to this on Spreaker on a Monday night from 7 o'clock. One of our really promising young female footballers is our guest this week, Chloe Clay. Always nice to talk to Chloe. As forward is Aquasi. Aquasi fires in the shot. Denton's fumbled it again. And in the end it has to be hoofed clear and out for a throw-in. Well, Peter Denton's not made the best of starts to this game, you've got to say. Kempston goalkeeper is Alfie Powell, who thumped it out for the throw-in on this near side, which Johnny Sexton will take. Sexton's got Tishkala coming short. He gives him the ball back. There's the number 3. He's rather penned in down by the corner flag, but Tishkala's still there, trying a little bit of trickery, but in the end it's Green who manages to clear it, to slam up. But his progress delayed by Jesse Walklin, and Walklin will bring it forward to Aquasi again, but in the end it was a pretty stern challenge by Bailey, which robbed the Welwyn Garden City man, and it goes out for a throw-in on this near side of the field, which Ricardo Green, the former Stockfold player, will take. Had 10 minutes, first half here. Everything going well. Welwyn Garden City 1, Kempston Rovers 0. Goal coming after 6 minutes from Jack Vasey, after an assist from Robbie Buchanan, and got to be said, an assist from Peter Denton, the Kempston Rovers goalkeeper as well. So Ricardo Green will take the throw-in deep inside his own half on this near side of the field towards a halfway line. Sexton's up. Goodman will get it back for Kempston, but he can't keep it in. And Welwyn Garden City will get themselves a throw-in on this near side. Continue in the Essex Olympian League Division 5. Roydon 2, Epping Reserves 0. And that's the big derby game there, isn't it? Otherwise, we're following Roydon. Well, they're one of our adopted clubs, a little bit out of the area, but they've followed us, and so we're following their fortunes throughout the season, as we do. And our clubs, of course, now Herts Senior County League and Hertford District League. Really big game on there in the Premier Division. Top 2 meeting this afternoon. Mill Lane against West Mill. And good luck to the Mill in that one. As throw-in to be taken by League Close just in front of us here. Commentary position. We're about 10 yards inside the half, being defended by Welwyn Garden City. Over the top of Vasey's head. Goodman gets his head to it, and the ball goes out once again for a throw-in. Robbie Goodman, who's been big servant to Kempston Rovers, spent some time at Hill. He's played over 200 matches for the Rovers. As close as another go from the halfway line this time. Quasi can't get his head to it. Goodman almost gives it away, but it's Powell who clears it to the halfway line. Onto the head of Lee Close, but perhaps a chance to come forward here. But once again, good work by Jesse Walklin, finds Buchanan on that far side. Here's Robbie Buchanan having another run. Buchanan's in the area again, chips the ball across. Johnny Sexton, couldn't tee it up, and Bacon managed to pick his pocket right at the last minute. Well, Robbie Buchanan seems to be the outlet on that far side. Stratton's having a real problem against him at the moment. So Johnny Sexton will take the throw-in for the Citizens on this near side of the field for Tishkala, whose control lets him down. But once again, Kempston give the ball away. Sean Close trying to find Buchanan, but it was a loose one. And Stratton it is who'll bring it away. Stratton on to the halfway line for Magagadada, but his ball all the way back into his own half for the very experienced Stephen Powell. Played league football with Queen's Park Rangers and spent some time at Luton as well. With the number 5, 33 now. As throw-in will be taken on this near side. In fact, Patrick Cascala will leave it for Lee Close. And got to be said that one moment apart, Charlie Crowley's not really had much to worry about in the Citizens' goal. While at the other end, Denson's been pretty busy. Throw forward onto Goodman's head. Johnny Sexton volleys it, but can't control it, and ball goes out for a throw-in to our visitors from Bedfordshire, Kempston Rovers. They've lost 4 of their last 6, and in the league I was saying they've only won 1. That was when they beat Wantage 3-2, and Wantage, of course, the only team to beat Welwyn Garden City this season in the league. And they had that horrible opening to the season, but it's all gone very well since then. Also, a few cup results put in perspective when you consider what Bishop Stortford have done in the FA Cup. They only lost out to them here on penalties. Long kick forward, and that's not a bad one. Bacon's on his bike down this right-hand side. Sexton hadn't picked him up. Ball comes across the box, and Carl Mentzer, the easiest jobs, heads it way to Jesse Walkland. Looks for Buchanan on that far side. Buchanan's done well. Buchanan wins it on the halfway line, chips it forward. It's a lovely ball to Aquasi. Aquasi now tries the shot. It's blocked by Bowell. He's going to get another go, pulls it back, but couldn't get it for Jack Vasey. And the chance goes begging. But I would say Robbie Buchanan's made an excellent start to this one. As Goodman picks the ball up on that far side, chips off of, I think it was Jesse Walton got the final touch into the Kempston bench. And throw in it will be to the visitors, which their fullback Harry Stratton will take. And Telly Chertsey have taken the lead against Hertford in the game in Isthmian League Division 1 South Central. But no need to fear there, of course. Hertford came from a goal behind at Westfield on Tuesday night to win 3-1, didn't they? But Hertford away at Chertsey, Ware away at South Park. That's the action for our Step 4 teams in hashtag 90 Minutes Live area. And plenty of stuff going on as well in the Essex Senior League. Charlie Crowley spotting the ball right on the edge of his 18-yard area in that bright orange goalkeeping kit. And just one of those games where Welwyn Garden City have had most of the ball. They've had the chances, but still only 1 goal up. Could do with what I call an insurance goal, as Bailey skews the ball out of play. And it's going to be a throw-in, which Big Carl Mentzer will take on that far side. Mentzer, all 6'5", I think he is. Certainly one of the tallest right-backs in the league, as he looks for Quasi, who's been down on that far side. He's got a chance, of course, to establish himself. Him and Jack Vasey, Elliot Bailey out, and Eusebio de Silva now at FC Romania. got a chance to establish themselves as the attacking force here. As Welwyn Garden City have got a chance for a free kick, which is right over on that far side. Johnny Sexton spotting the ball. Jay Rolfe striding his way up from the back. Kempston have got 2 forward. But it's going to be Sexton who's going to take the free kick here. Mensa's in the box. Always a threat at dead ball situations. So Johnny Sexton waits patiently, whistle sounds. Here comes the kick. And up goes Denton and does well. The goalkeeper under pressure from Jay Rolfe. Denton rolls it out to Baker on the halfway line. Baker's chip ball forward as Patrick Kishkala doing the covering, but he's beaten to it by Lapido, who puts the ball across, but only onto the head of Makagadada. And in the end, the chance goes begging. Another one into the Welwyn Garden City box, but Sean Close shorts that out. But Ladipo had an opportunity. I haven't seen much of him, the number 10 so far. He's got 1 goal this season. Long ball forward. Rolfe is in the way as Thomas Apuku tries to find Buchanan on the far side. But in the end, it's Akwazi who robs Bailey and trying to send Buchanan in, but overcooks it. And the goalkeeper Denton will come out and collect that one fairly easily. So Peter Denton will clear from the goal way to our right. Former Bedford Town keeper. Long kick forward with the left boot. Lands midway inside the Welwyn Garden City half at the feet of Sean Close. But the referee, a judge that Johnny Sexton gave Jordan Slammer a push in the back. So Kempston will have a free kick here. Going to be Ben Baker, who is going to take the free kick for them. Had some experience with Kettering and St Ives Town in certainly St Ives in this, and Kettering in this league, of course, Southern League. So Tishkala, in fact, Sakwazi is the only player forward for Welwyn Garden City. So Baker will take the free kick as they line up on the edge of the area. It's a low one straight into Charlie Crowley's midriff. And always a strange one, that, isn't it? You've got all the big men lying up on the edge of the area and you play one along the ground straight at the keeper, which surely is not something that you want. I can tell you that Takeley 2-0 up against St Margaret's in the Essex Senior League, and Roydon 3-0 up now against Epping Reserves. They'll be enjoying that. Wonder if Big Mo's on the score sheet. We'll find out about that later. As on that far side, Bailey will put it down the line, and ball breaks once again to Buchanan, though. Buchanan has to put the brakes on because he didn't really have much option, and in the end plays it back under the halfway line for Jesse Wortley, and immediately by under pressure but gets out of it superbly. And Buchanan again, though, back onto the halfway line, this time for Carl Mensa. Mensa's long ball on this side. Johnny Sexton struggling to keep it in, and he won't do so. So the ball will go out for a throw-in to Kempston Rovers. 20 minutes gone here at the Utility then. Welcome along to 90 minutes live football coverage this particular Saturday. Welwyn Garden City 1, Kempston Rovers 0. It's, oh dear, Johnny Sexton, well, his back pass with a little bit too much bite about it. Charlie Crowley couldn't control it, and in the end the goalkeepers let it go behind for a tame corner. So Kempston will look to take advantage of that. Ben Baker will look to take the corner on this near side of the field. Bailey's coming up from the back. They're not the biggest team, Kempston, in terms of aerial threat, but it comes across. They're headed down by Powell, and against the crossbar by Goodman, and cleared in the end by Akwazi. So good chance for the visitors to strike back. Robbie Goodman thumping the ball off the underside of the crossbar. Here they are in the attack again. Slammer's got it around Sexton, but Sean Close will come in, and that's going to be a free kick to Welwyn Garden City. Well, how often does it happen? You give away a cheap corner like they did, and it comes back to bite you, and it almost did there for Welwyn Garden City. But the header came in from Powell, and there was a Goodman who slammed the shot against the underside of the crossbar. But lead still there for Welwyn Garden City. I can tell you Southpart have taken the lead against Ware as well. Baz Savage with the goal after 22 minutes. So things not going our way so far in the Isthmian League Division 1 South Central. Both Ware and Hertford, who had impressive wins in midweek, finding themselves a goal behind as Tishkala comes in. Can't control it, but close as Rob Slammer, and Mensa's ball forward though is a loose one, and Stratton's pounced on it on that far side, brings in Magadada against he's gone round Mensa, ball across the box, but Crowley comes up before Slammer can get hold of it, and a good bowl out by Charlie Crowley midway inside the Citizens half for Robbie Buchanan's ball forward as a quasi running forward, and Powell will put it back to the goalkeeper Denton. Sean Close, with cries of time from his teammates, will bring it down midway inside his own half. Long ball far side looking for Buchanan. Stratton's there first, but Welwyn Garden City will get themselves a throw in. They're taken on that far side of the field by Big Carl Mensa. Waiting for a little bit of movement. And in the end decide to go long for a quasi. Here's Thomas Apuku almost in. Bow with an outstretched leg robs him of the opportunity, but Buchanan sweeps up, finds Sexton. We've got Tishkala on this left-hand side. Tishkala drifts inside, might try the shot, does, and Denton, well, he fumbled it again, but there wasn't anybody close enough to take advantage. The only problem is Patrick Tishkala's gone down at a heap here on the edge of the area and looks to be in some discomfort. So we'll wait and see what happens with that one. Tishkala is still down as Charlie Crowley collects the ball away on the right-hand side. Should they need it, of course. Got a like-for-like replacement in Jordan Ganoshi, but won't want to lose Tishkala. He's made a good start to his Welwyn Garden City career. Physio's out to see what the problem is. I'll give you Sandridge Rovers 2, Ware Sports 0. That's an Arhot Senior County League Premier Division. As Patrick Tishkala gets some treatment from the physio. So Welwyn Garden City a goal to the good here. Jack Facey scoring it after only 6 minutes. His first goal of the season. Tishkala looks in some discomfort here, so not too sure. Jordan Ganoshi's doing the warming up exercises on the far side. As I said, he would be a like for like if they needed one, but certainly with the likes of George Ironton and Dave Keeley's side on the injured list, then certainly don't want another one here. Can tell you, not a good day for St Margaret's-Bury. 3-0 down now at Takeley, so not good for them. Their game in midweek postponed, didn't they, against Walthamstow due to COVID concern. The only good thing that came out of that was it was a negative test, which was very good to hear. Tishkala's going to gingerly limp off the field here, which Kinoshi just watches intently from the far side. I think Tishkala's going to be able to continue, but he's certainly taken his time. It's the left ankle that's the problem, and the referee waiting for number 11 to get off, and Tishkala's just going for a little bit of a run down the touchline. I think Gregor Dina's there with him as well, a couple of wide players, so but thumbs up's been given by the physio here, so I think Tishkala's going to continue as Charlie Crowley gets the ball from the referee, and the goal away to our right-hand side. Crowley, right-footed downfield. Nobody at home apart from Bailey, whose header is on to the halfway line. Long ball forward. Slummer is miles offside, but as is the custom these days, he has to get close enough to the ball for the linesman who's right in front of us to raise his flag and demonstrate the fact that he was miles offside. So Carl Mensa will take the free kick for Welwyn Garden City. 26 minutes gone. They lead here by a goal to nil. Jack Vasey, after only 6 minutes, can tell you Hertford have equalised at Chertsey, and Sam Fanian scored his third goal of the season. So a quick response by Ben Hurd's side. Could find themselves in the playoff places tonight, of course, if results go well for them elsewhere. Long clearance down that sideline, and Magagadana, and in the end he gets it all wrong, and ball goes out, and Welwyn Garden City will get themselves a throw-in. Just been a little bit stale over the last 10 minutes or so after Welwyn Garden City made a really bright start, and their pressure paid off with that goal from Jack Vasey. I haven't seen Robbie Buchanan involved much, and he's been the architect, and much has been good about them. But ball forward, and Lee Close will collect it inside the centre circle. Got plenty of time to come forward. Finds Johnny Sexton on the overlap. Sexton onto the right boot for the restored to fitness Tishkala. Tishkala now down on his left hand side. Baker's the defender, but Tishkala almost beat himself there. And Green's almost given it away, and nobody really wants it. But in the end, it's Paolo hoofs it clear, and Jay Rolfe will hook it towards our halfway line. Up goes Sexton, but it'll break for Goodman. Goodman's long ball forward is straight to Mensah, and it's all got a bit scrappy. Mensah's long ball forward equally scrappy over the top of Tishkala, and Green will let it run out fairly tamely for a throw-in to Kempston Rovers. So I can tell you, Bush Hill Rangers 1-0 up against Cuffley Reserves. That's not Senior County League. Bush Hill play their home go to Woodson Park these days, of course. But Ricardo Green for Baker. Tishkala's got defending to do here and does it well. Finds Walklin inside the centre circle under pressure from Goodman. But here is Buchanan with a chance to have a bit of a run at Stratton. Buchanan still going. Buchanan's ball across the poor one. Powell's clearance is equally poor. Goodman will put it straight back to Jesse Walklin. There's Robbie Buchanan again. Buchanan goes around one man, goes around another one. Cheeky. I only thought that happened in schoolboy football. You put it round one side of the man and run round the other side, and Buchanan didn't get away with that, which I don't think many people do in Southern League Division 1 Central. Here's Powell on this near side to Baker. Baker turns inside Johnny Sexton. Turns inside Puku. That's a good run this by Baker. Baker's still going on this near side. Ladipo puts it down further down the touchline for Baker again. Johnny Sexton is the defender. Baker's still going, and in the end he cannons the ball off for Sexton for Kempston's third corner of the game. Certainly looked lively as Ben Baker, the right winger. Let's see what visitors can do from here. Baker's take the corner. Powell's up from the back. He caused the problem, of course, from that one that eventually came off the crossbar from Goodman. So corner coming across from Baker. Powell goes up again. He does bring it down. Shot comes in. It's blocked by Lee Close and away for a corner. It was Amu who got a hold of it, thumped it, and Lee Close was in the way. So another corner to Kempston on that far side. Visitors putting the pressure on here. Baker will go from right to left, just shy of the half hour mark at the Utilita. Decent crowd in the house again here on not a very hospitable afternoon. Oh, I've got to say, it looks like the rain stopped. It's got a little bit of wind amongst the trees. Great place to come, by the way, if you're a tree spotter and you like changing autumn leaves. They're all round us here. Corner to be taken by Baker. Another good one coming in. Good punch by Crowley, though. Clears his lines out to that far side. Ball lands midway inside the Welwyn Garden City half for a throw-in to the visitors from Kempston. It's going to be Harry Stratton, which is going to go across and take this one. Stratton down the line onto the head of Robbie Buchanan. Bailey controls it, pushes it forward, but that's a loose one straight to Lee Close, who sends Johnny Sexton going. Tishkala is on this left hand side. Aquazi's unmarked at the moment in the middle, but Tishkala, can he find him again? It's Aquazi and blocked by Denton. Good save by the goalkeeper. Well, goalkeeper read it right, had to get the ball. If he'd missed it, then Aquazi would have had an open goal. But decent build-up by Welwyn Garden City again. Header forward by Close. Facey can't get it. They had a Goodman on the halfway line, but here's a Puku. Puku ties the ball to his side for Jay Rolfe. Long ball forward by Rolfe over the top of Aquazi, and Goodman will come out to the edge of his, Denton rather, will come out to the edge of his area and collect the ball. and thump it downfield. Lands on that far side where Mensa's there. Mensa looking for Buchanan, but well read by Stratton. He managed to find Amu. Amu's ball on the far side, though, is well cut out by Goal Mensa. And the ball goes out for a throw-in. Continue Chertsey have gone 2-1 up against Hartford now. So 3 goals already in that one. Cross comes over from Stratton, but well headed out by Jay Rolfe. Cleared by Jack Vasey. Aquasi's the only forward there. Powell will scurry across to this near side. Continuing, Tately have scored another one against St Margaret's-Bury. And Albert Adu has equalised for Ware at South Park. So I think that could be Albert's first goal of the season, actually. Albert Adu equalises for Paul Hall's team at South Park. So 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 behind at the moment as far as our Step 4 teams go. Winners are here at the Utilita. Welwyn Garden City 1-0 up against Kempston Rovers. That live on their nerves a little bit, though. Kempston unlucky when Robbie Goodman hit the underside of the crossbar. And certainly well enough now to hit all their own way as they did in the opening 10 minutes. As Goodman again, Jesse Waltlin picks it up. September's player of the month. Waltlin on this near side for Tishkala. Tishkala turns inside Green. Tishkala then can't turn inside the attentions of Ladipo. Falls over looking for the free kick. And there's Slammer who's got past Lee Close. Could be opportunities here. Baker's coming into the area and Cole Mensa does a good job to make sure there isn't a problem for Welwyn Garden City. They could have been short at the back there. The big legs of Carl Mensa got themselves out of trouble. How many times does that happen to such an important player? It's Mensa this time with a header. Gives it away to Amu, gets it back and will bring Robbie Buchanan into play on that far side. Buchanan going across the halfway line, looking for his options forward, and there weren't many. So he puts it down the line for Aquasi to chase. Bailey's there first and will just nip it across to his central defensive partner, Alfie Powell. Powell bringing it forward for the lime green shirted Rovers. Finds Ricardo Green onto the halfway line for Baker. Baker's ball forward is a loose one though, and Crowley will come out and collect it quite comfortably for Welwyn Garden City. I almost said Nicky Ironson's side, Ricky Crace's side this afternoon, of course. Nicky's not here, as eagle-eyed listeners will notice, because we can't hear him. But I'm sure he will be back in the dugout this time next week. A really big game for Welwyn Garden City, of course. FA Trophy time when they take on the Horsham of the Isthmian League Premier Division. And think that we'll confirm it in a week, but may well be our 90 minutes live commentary as Carl Mensa does another good job, thumps it out on that far side. So going to be a throw-in, which Amu, the number 6, will collect for Kempston. Lays it inside. Slammer, who puts himself about, lost out that time to Rapoku, but Vasey's given it away, and Powell will get it back inside the Kempston Rovers half. Onto the halfway line. Oh, he almost gave it away, but Ladipo did well in the end, because Vasey could have been clean through. Here's Rapoku for Tishkala, put under pressure by Goodman. Tishkala does well to shrug him off, plays the ball forward looking for Aquasi, couldn't find him, and it's put back inside the Welwyn Garden City half. Ben Baker running against Sexton, and this time it's Sexton who cannons the ball off the Kempston Rovers man for a throw-in to the home side here. It's a little bit brighter above. I wouldn't say there's any blue sky out there, but certainly not as leaden grey as it had been for most of the afternoon so far here at the Utilita Stadium, Welwyn Garden City. Always a pleasure to come here and cover our football. As long ball forward, thanks as always to Welwyn Garden City, particularly the Deputy Chairman Dave Coates, who's always so hospitable to us when we get here. As it's going to be a free kick to Welwyn Garden City, or to Kempston Rovers rather, midway inside the Citizens' half. And once again, Bailey making his way up from the back. Goodman's in there, and Powell. Goodman and Powell really pose the aerial threats with Amu. And so the 3 biggest players on the Kempston lineup. It's going to be Ricardo Green, the right fullback, who's going to take this free kick. Everybody lined up. Once more on the edge of the area. Green with the right boot to that far post, and it just nips off the top of the head of Jesse Waltlin. And in fact, it was Jay Rolfe and goes behind for another corner. So Kempston have bossed it as far as corners are concerned. 5 now this is, as Ben Baker will take it from that far side of the field. Only Robbie Buchanan up for the Citizens. Baker's corner again is going to give Crowley a problem, and he does well, punching the ball out. Tishkala completes the clearance. Lapido's shot, and still bouncing about in the area. And it'll come on this near side to Stratton, who'd made his way up from left back. Unfamiliar territory for the left fullback. Finds Amu in the area. He's got Waltland defending it for him. He's Ladibo. Oh, he's given it away. Long ball forward as a Quasi running and giving Green almost a problem. Green just about got there. 2 more strides and a Quasi would have had him, I think. As Close and Slammer are wrestling inside the Welwyn Garden City half. And in the end, it's the referee's assistant away to our right who gives Welwyn Garden City the benefit of the doubt and the free kick. 8 minutes to go before the break here. 90 minutes live football, as we are every Saturday following our East Hearts and surrounding area clubs. 3 at step 4, of course, Welwyn Garden City, Hertford and Ware. 3 at step 5, Sawbridgeworth, Hoddesdon and St Margaret's-Bury. And of course, keeping in touch with what's happening in Hart Senior County, Hertford District League as well. As ball goes out on this near side from the head of Goodman. As Johnny Sexton will take the throw in for Welwyn Garden City. Gets it back from a Quasi. Chips it forward, looking for Vasey. Who's not really had a great deal of the ball, Jack Vasey, apart from score the goal, but that was the important thing, of course. Amu's ball on that side is pounced on by Garl Mensah. Abuku did well, he almost stepped on the ball there, but managed to get his feet right. Finds Sexton, and he does now find Vasey. Vasey finds Johnny Sexton again. Sexton's cross is to a Quasi who didn't control it well, and in the end gives away the free kick with a foul on Bailey. Quasi's control rather let him down there. It's a decent ball whipped in from this left-hand side from Johnny Sexton. It's been fairly good going for Welwyn Garden City. Did the double over Kempston last season. 3-0 win at Kempston, 4-2 win here. And they have, of course, a notable scoreline in their history. The year before, they played Kempston in the League Cup, won 8-0. Jay Rolfe was amongst the goal scorers on that particular occasion. Johnny Sexton will take the throw in here, midway inside the Kempston half. Apuku turns it round nicely for Waltlin, who will set Robbie Buchanan on that far side. Buchanan drifts inside Stratton, drifts outside Stratton, but in the end, defender gets a boot to the ball. Welwyn Garden City will get it back with Jay Rolfe, though. Rolfe is coming forward. He's being pushed and harried by Slammer, and the Citizens will have themselves a free kick. Slammer's going to get a word, I think, from the referee. He's calling the skipper Goodman there as well. I think this is one of those, well, he did a foul over there, he's done one over there, one more and he's in the book. So we'll watch that development with interest, but we'll watch with more interest as Johnny Sexton's teed up the free kick here. He's about 20 yards inside the, perhaps make that 15 inside the Kempston Rovers half. Mensah, Close and Jay Rolfe all up from the back. Here's the ball chipped forward, but the goalkeeper Denton, another bit of juggling. There wasn't anybody near him, but pushed it up in the air. A long kick forward looking for Slammer, but Charlie Crowley will collect the ball. And the linesman put his flag up there, which, you know, if we're going to be consistent and wait till the player gets near the ball, then surely you have to do it every time, because player forward who was... in fact, Magadada was nowhere near the ball. But ball goes out, far side of the field. It's going to be a throw-in, which Harry Stratton will take for Kempston Rovers. Got 4 minutes to go before the break here at the Utilita. Welwyn Garden City lead 1-0. Goal coming as early as the 6th minute from Jack Vasey. Be interesting to look at the scores at half-time and see what that will do on the live table. Can tell you Lee Rose has just scored for Ware at South Park, Lee's 3rd goal of the season, and Ware lead 2-1 there. Scored on Tuesday night against Barking, of course, then came off with what looked like an injury, but we talked to him after that. He said, I'll be playing Saturday, and he is. So he's Facey coming forward, tries the shots, but wide of the target, had a Quasi to his right and Tishkala to the left. Decided he didn't want to use either of them and thumped it clear. It's the other injury dealt, going back to that Tuesday game where against Barking was Dan Rumors, of course, but he's in the Ware lineup, so obviously he overcame his injury problems. It's good to see Dave Gendel and Harry Watkins back coming from injury, both on the bench this afternoon as well. So Paul Halsey gradually getting his first team squad back. But ball, meanwhile, has got lost somewhere over the back of the goal. An enterprising fan has tried to dig it out from the undergrowth and just manages to do so as the ball arrives from the dugout on the far side. So Denton will take the goal kick from the goal away to our left-hand side. Denton with the right boot downfield onto the halfway line, skims off the head of Vasey. Mensah's the first to react. Everybody shouts my ball, and the linesman gives it to Kempston Rovers. Harry Stratton will go across and take the throw in for Kempston. Second spell at Kempston. He's been at Newport Pagnell Buckingham Athletic, where his manager came from, of course, Tony Joyce. As throw down the line. Good header on by a Mo. Buchanan's involved there, and Jesse Walklin as well. Walklin comes away with the ball. Can't keep it in though. And Kempston will have a throw in. It's again far side of the field as we play out the final couple of minutes of the first half here at the Utilita. Start to put the kettle on, because I don't think we've got too much added on in terms of injuries, although we did have probably a minute or so for Patrick Tishkala getting treatment. Stratton's control none too good. Buchanan can't take advantage, but he does get the ball in the end, chips it forward, but Quasi it comes short, and Alfie Powell will have a very easy job to pick it up and thump the ball forwards onto the head of Jay Rolfe. Buchanan is involved there again. Puku can't get it, and it's threaded over to Ben Baker on this near side. So the pick of the bunch for me for Kempston is Ben Baker. Baker giving Sexton more problems, puts the ball across, but Crowley, decided to punch. Could have caught it, I felt, but in the end Goodman's shot is blocked on the edge of the area by Walklin, and Carl Mensah will clear for Welwyn Garden City. But Charlie Crowley there was one of those you thought, well, the goalkeeper's got that, but in the end he punched it out instead of collecting it cleanly, and luckily Jesse Walklin was doing that job that he does so well, doesn't he? I think Jesse Walklin's one of those players you notice when he's not playing so much as you do when he is, because he does all the dirty work in central midfield. He's done some there. He's set a Puku going down the right hand side. Quasi's in the box. Vasey's making his way up. Puku loses the ball though, and Stratton will clear for Kempston Rovers under challenge from Robbie Buchanan. Give Goodman a problem, and they conspire to give it away to Thomas Puku again. He finds Walklin. Walklin going down that right hand side, just manages to keep the ball in. Still Jesse Walklin, and foul on Buchanan, and Welwyn Garden City will go into time added on in this half with a free kick on that far side of the field. So perhaps a chance for that insurance goal we were talking about a little bit earlier. Johnny Sexton's going to go across. Bailey's not impressed with the referee having a word, but he's not going to change his mind. Mensah has come up from the back along with Lee Clove. Tishkala back doing the defending with Walklin, and two men forward for Kempston. We're into time added on for stoppages at the end of the first half here. Can Welwyn Garden City add to that one goal lead that they currently hold? Johnny Sexton waits patiently for the referee to get in position. They're all jockeying for position on the edge of the area. Sexton's free kick comes across, up they go, and it's Powell's head gets there first. It'll land in the area, and in the end it's Denton who reacts and collects the ball for the visitors. Bowls it out on that far side for Stratton. Stratton's got plenty of room to move into. Long ball forward, looking for Baker, who surely was offside, but the linesman doesn't agree. Slammer shots, and he's put it wide of the target. Well, Kempston fans away to my right thought that was in, as you just heard. Wow, question marks would have been asked there. Ben Baker did look suspiciously offside when he got the ball. It wasn't his shot in the end, it was Slammer's. But Charlie Crowley watched it go wide of his post. So they've had their opportunities, the visitors. They started slowly, but it's been a very even game since about a quarter of an hour into this one. Welwyn Garden City, though, leading by a 1-0, and that's what they're going to be doing at half-time as the referee sounds the whistle here. Jack Vasey's goal after 6 minutes separates the two teams here at the Utilita. Well, the half-time score is Welwyn Garden City 1, Kempston Rovers 0. So grab yourself a cuppa, have a little bit of a break, and hopefully you can join me again in about 15 minutes' time for full coverage here on 90 Minutes Live for the second half of Welwyn Garden City against Kempston Rovers.